I think that one thing that we can do is raise our stress threshold. We talk about these days, there's a lot of quote unquote trigger warnings and about being triggered, and everybody's getting triggered. So one way to look at all this is that, okay, that there is to eliminate the problems, the people triggering. The other is to reduce your trigger threshold. And I think that trying to reduce the amount of problems in the world by forcing or encouraging other people to change is just generally not that good. You offer tools. That's what I do. That's what you do. And you just hope that people will take them. But we can increase our stress threshold so that our trigger threshold is much higher. And the way to do that is a self-directed practice that my lab has been working on for a while now. And some people recognize this as Tumo type breathing or Wim Hof type breathing. The truth is, it doesn't actually have to be done with breathing. You could do this with ice baths. You do this with any resilience increasing behavior. What you need to do is get comfortable and stay in a no-go response under conditions where you have high levels of adrenaline in your system, uncomfortable levels of adrenaline. That can be done by getting into an ice bath. That can be done through what we call cyclic hyperventilation. And we're running a study on this now. Actually, the data are in. It's just not published yet. Cyclic hyperventilation means sitting or lying down for we found that 5 minutes a day actually is very effective, even though it's very brief. And it looks a little silly when I do it, but I'll just do it. Cyclic hyperventilation is going to be a big active inhale through the nose and then a passive exhale through the mouth. So this, you just kind of let it fall out. But you repeat that 25 to 30 times. So I'm not going to do it 25 to 30 times. I'll do it 5 times just to demonstrate. So it's big active inhale. It's work. This is work. It's going to feel like work. It's so you do that 25 to 30 times and you're going to feel agitated. What's happening? You are generating adrenaline release into your system. I can already feel like a little bit of blood flow, heating up. You're generating adrenaline release. This is different than running up a hill. This is active stimulation of adrenaline into your brain and body. Then after 25 or 30 breaths, you exhale all your air through your mouth and you hold your breath and you try and be as calm as you can for about 15 to 60 seconds. Don't try and hold your breath too long. Just when you feel the stimulus to breathe, go back into it, 25 to 30 big active inhales, passive exhale, big active inhale, passive exhales. And you'll notice a tendency to want to shorten the inhales, but try and really do a full inhale, passive exhale. Then you exhale all your air again, sit there for about 15 to 60 seconds until you feel the impulse to breathe. Then you do a third round, 25 to 30 of these big inhales, passive exhales. Then you exhale all your air, 15 to 16 seconds. And then you take a big gulp of air, lungs full, and you're going to sit as calmly as possible as you can with lungs full. And at that point, you'll thank me, because what's going to happen is you're going to feel a kind of mild euphoria. You're going to be very alert, extremely alert, because your system is filled with adrenaline, but you're going to feel very calm. There's also dopamine release at that point. And then when you feel the impulse to breathe, please don't pass out. Just exhale and start breathing normally. This done, we had people do this daily, but if you do it on a regular basis, maybe even just 3 times a week, what you'll notice is really incredible. You actually, when things happen in your world, people will say something, or you won't feel that sharp spike of adrenaline. You've raised your stress threshold. So we hear a lot about grit, resilience, and mental toughness, but those are just psychological terms. What we're talking about here is the how to build grit, resilience, and mental toughness. And so this is very similar to the kind of cold water torture that they do for, SEAL team screening. It involves some goes, because you have to do these breathing things, as we talked about earlier, go type behaviors. There's also a lot of no-go. The no-go is sitting calmly while your system is filled with adrenaline.